Georgia prosecutors have messages showing Trump's team is behind the voting system breach.
You think?
I told y'all this woman is going
She ain't playing.
She's going to do a RICO charge on him. Remember I talked about a RICO? Mm-hmm. Godfather. I don't have to have you physically. I don't have to have a tape of you saying to your attorney, I need votes. I need you to go out and get these votes. Mm-hmm. I need to put electors, people to lie and say that I have these votes. Mm-hmm. I don't have to physically have something with you saying it, but you're a godfather, which means that all these people are moving on your behalf. Right. All I have to prove is that they was moving on your behalf.
You're in charge.
So, and that's why I was saying that Kennedy, his brother Robert, started that because he was having a hard time getting godfathers. Right. Because you could never get them saying something.
Right. And they knew that.
And so they knew that. So the FBI created these
RICO charges.
Okay. Where I can get you just on the fact that everybody's doing stuff in your name. Mm-hmm. People wouldn't be doing all this in your name if you didn't tell them to do it.
And you think about it, a lot of times when you up under a mobster or a leader like that, like a Putin or Kim Jong-un, people don't do all things on their own.
Why would everybody be doing this in your name?
Willy-nilly? Because look what happened with the man in Russia. He trying to go against Putin. That's it.
So it says Atlanta area prosecutors investigating efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia are in possession of text messages and emails directly connecting members of Donald Trump's legal team to early January 2021 voting system breach in Coffee County, sources tell CNN. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, I told you this woman, if I was him, I'd be more afraid of her than I would the FBI. He always talking about Smith. Mm-hmm. He need to be after Willis, but he's scared because he know black people don't play that.
Don't mess with her.
But this the one you need to be worrying about because she locking everybody up in Georgia.
Black woman is when a black woman is on to something and she's trying to make a clean house.
That's overdue.
She's gonna clean house.
Fannie Willis is expected to seek charges against more than a dozen individuals. A dozen. When and all you got, and she good on that. She the one that did Young Thug, and I was saying Gunner,
in Georgia.
Gunner was saying that he's snitched
his tapes.
What she does, I know. I got her MO now. She'll lock everybody up. And all y'all will be sitting there. She knows somebody gonna crack. Which one I gotta give a cheeseburger to? Mm-hmm. Want some McDonald's?
Which one's gonna take the bait?
You want some McDonald's? Mm-hmm. Want Burger King?
There's always a weak link.
It's always a weak one. Mm-hmm. Or somebody get on the phone. One of them got with Young Thug. One of the dudes got on the phone and was talking to his girlfriend. You big dummy. They record all of your calls that come from the jail. Uh-huh. Somebody out of all those people that she's coming after is going to squeal on comb over.
Yep.
And she'll offer him a deal. She'll say, if you tell me this, I won't even prosecute you, even though you had something to do with it.
The weakest link.
So she locks up everybody. She goes after everybody. Mm-hmm. And they won't be locked. He won't be locked up, but the little small pink peons will be. Mm-hmm. And while they sitting in jail, they're going to squeal.
Yeah. Let's see. So
it says she's expected to seek the charges. I think they was waiting at the courthouse today. It's supposed to come today.
Oh, really?
If not tomorrow. Several individuals involved in the voting system breach in Coffee County are among those who may face charges in the criminal probe. So he's in trouble. He put people in. Why do people? Whatever.
What?
I don't understand why people who support him. You can still support him, and he's still a scumbag.
Yeah, it's like
you can still say I support him, but I agree with what he did. I would put people. You can put it on him not wanting, him believing that Biden was so horrible for this country that he went all out the way to do all of this to make sure Biden didn't become president.
I know
you do better that way.
When they were in they did the Iowa caucus this past weekend. So they all were there. Even this man here, DeSantis was there, Pence, and they were talking to you know how they have the microphone on some people just to get a feel of where they're at with who they're thinking of. And I think this lady, it was an older lady that was her and her husband about Trump. We feel he can do the job, out of her old voice. We feel he can do the job. Well, we just don't like all the drama. If it was just all the drama go away, but we feel he'll be the good candidate for the job. So there are people who think this man can be good.
But just say that.
But it's just too much drama.
Quit saying that he's not a criminal.
Yeah.
You can say you think both him and Biden are criminals. So you can say between the two, I'll choose Trump's criminal more than Biden's criminal. You can say that, and then people will understand then. Say, okay, so you think Biden and Trump are both criminals. You just, the policies of Trump, you agree, fall along line of you more than Biden. I'll at least have that argument. But these people who walk around like this man is innocent is ridiculous.
But think about it on the other side. A person on the other side, if you were to argue in defense for them, they're thinking, first of all, that it was rigged. That whole thing, him losing.
Because he told them.
No, I'm just saying they believe that, though.
But they found out he lied.
But no, they still believe that they don't trust the government. So these are already people who don't trust the government. So anything, or even though Trump may be right with what he's saying, we still don't trust the government.
So even though people will come up and say, I was part of the plot to overturn the election, I'm coming to clean and saying that I was wrong. They thinking the government got to them and made them lie on Trump.
They justify.
So 200 people lying on Trump.
They justify him for the fact that, like, the whole January 6th incident, because the government lied. The government, those ladies cheated. They had cheating machines. We demand our freedom. That's wrong. You're taking advantage of our freedom. Tear down the Capitol. Tear that cross down. Because people do things. They feel like even with the abortion, they'll go after their clinics. They'll bomb them. They'll hurt the doctors who are doing the abortion. Really? You doing all of this and you justify for it because you're saying that person is wrong. And I'm cleaning wrong up. So yeah, he's going to have some people that feel that way. I know. We don't understand them.
Because even this, the lawyers trying to get a hold of the machine so that they can prove that the election was stolen.
Yes.
You can still say that was wrong what you did. I agree with what you did, but that's wrong. You're not supposed to tamper with voting machines.
It's like what you said, the man with the chair.
That's what I'm saying. It's like black people trying to justify. There's no justification of that man hitting everybody with the chair. I understand it though.
Yes.
But that lady sitting on the side of the thing, he gonna plunk her on the side of her head. I understand it.
Yeah,
but say that.
Still wrong.
But say that. Say I believe he was wrong. I understand why he did what he did.
Right.
But these people say he didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't. If they feel like the government cheated and was wrong, and they didn't count the votes right, and he as the president has the right to take those files home. Yes, he does. He can take those files home and claim whatever he does.
But even if you say that,
took some home too.
Even if you say that, the minute the people say return them and we won't do nothing, why would you justify him?
Because he needed time to review them. You didn't give him time. He's still the former president.
It was mixed up with his golf stuff and golf.
Yeah, my mother said it was mixed up with his golf stuff and his.
Give him time to go through that stuff because he had his wife's shoes and stuff that was mixed in.
I just feel like
he took his time to make sure that they were going to get the right boxes back to them, and they didn't give him enough time.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I was going to say I feel sorry for him, but I don't.
Okay.
I would never want a black woman coming after me.
Yeah.
We got two. The judge, too. The judge.
Oh, the judge. You're right, Ma. The judge. Now, hold on. Now, well, let's see how tough she is. She told him. She spelled it out. Mm-hmm. He was on via Zoom or whatever, and his attorneys was there. Mm-hmm. She said, I don't want to hear anything about this case. I don't want you threatening any of the witnesses. I don't want you even speaking about the witnesses. Nothing comes out of your mouth. I'm paraphrasing what she said. Or I will haul you back in here and you will be behind bars. Do I make myself clear? He said, yes. He was just at a rally yesterday, and he did
Was it
exact
Iowa?
opposite.
Was it in Iowa?
Or a Hampshire, New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
He did the exact opposite of what she said.
That man don't listen.
So, Mom, let's see how tough she is. I don't think she's going to do anything. I think she's just talking.
Mm-hmm.
He knows she ain't going to do nothing. Mm-hmm. That's why he don't care what she said.
Exactly.
And that's why every rally and everything he posts, he going to go against what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if this woman hauls him in and puts him behind bars, then we can say
it's on and popping.
She don't play.
For the rest of the whole.
She's already asking for protection.
So she's asking for the judge is asking for, because his people are crazy.
Yeah, they'll try to take her life.
That's why she can't put him behind bars. If she put him behind bars, her whole family would be have to be hidden.
Yeah.
He has a militia.
Crazy.
He's trying to be like Putin.
Yeah.
He wants this country to, but okay, so let's go back and forth.
Okay.
You're going to give him 4 more years over DeSantis. Who's more dangerous? Can we go back and forth with this?
Well, the sad thing about it is that he has still a nice size following.
I think I'm going to go back.
That's where everybody's so
all right, y'all, we go back and forth. I'm sorry. I'd rather have DeSantis. Let me tell you why. I think Trump is more dangerous because of the militia and the threatening of people, and because he will reveal secrets to our country. Mm-hmm. He's a moron. Mm-hmm. I don't want a moron in the highest office in our country.
Okay.
DeSantis still has to answer to the Senate, to the House.
Veto everything he tries to put on the table.
He still has to answer.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
And in Florida, he has those people under his thumb. He doesn't have that for the United States of America.
Yeah.
So,
but he's not going to win. But
I know. But we were saying who's more
of a concern
because this
when
man,
they're in office.
I kind of already knew he would. But because of this recent thing with what he just did, mm-hmm. she just told him, mm-hmm. I'm going to put you behind bars if you do this. And he did it anyway.
But I kept telling, for some reason, I keep telling my sister, what is it going to take for people to understand that other than the January 6th, does lives have to be taken at a higher level for people to go, oh my God, this man crazy?
That's what I'm saying.
He has to go down.
But we can't afford that.
He has to go. That 50% of followers, like the man who was trying to kill Biden.
Yeah.
He has a lot of those people.
So what's going to happen, and I'm going to just go ahead and predict, he's obviously going to win the Republican nominee.
Probably.
Unless something drastic
And he
happens.
don't have to show up at any
no, they have one next week and he's not coming.
Right.
He already said he's not coming.
He said, why should I come? I'm winning.
Yeah, he already said I'm not coming.
And he's right.
Why would I come?
Right. I got over
with Fred Flintstone on stage? Absolutely not.
They'll tear me apart. Let me go play golf.
No.
While they all duke it out.
So, number one, I think he's going to win the nomination unless something drastically changes between now mm-hmm. and the primary. Mm-hmm. Number two, if I was Biden, I would want him to win the primary because he is the only person, in my opinion, mm-hmm. that Trump is the only person Biden can beat. Possibly.
But they were
and that's not even, but here's the negative side of that. Mm-hmm. He wins the Republican nominee and Biden loses. So you get 4 years of Trump.
Yeah.
At least with somebody else, if Biden loses, it's not 4 years of Trump.
Ready for it. And they've been asking still that third party.
Yeah,
why they are involved as well when the heat is so.
Cornel West has nothing to. If Cornel West stays, the people who are going to vote for Cornel West mm-hmm. would stay home before they vote for Biden. It's not the same audience. But so that's the black people who they talking about. Mm-hmm. They're not coming out for Biden.
They're not going to vote at all.
They won't vote at all.
So the sad thing about it, you guys, and I think we've had family members that do that. I don't know what will it take. Because you even read, like you kept reading other historical things about slavery, mm-hmm. even doing our DNA thing, trying to look for our ancestry thing. God.
We looked at our ancestry. I was looking up, y'all go to ancestry.com. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, I want you to look up stuff on the family and whatever. So I'm looking up stuff. I'm filling in my little tree. I'm doing my little trees. I'm looking at all the documents. I got the highest level, whatever. Mm-hmm. So you could get marriage certificates, all that, death certificates, grave sites, all of that. So I'm looking. I go to first level. I get my grandfather, and then I go to his mom and mother and father. Well, then I'm able to go one more step up because there's a census with them in there. So I said, I could go another step up, which I've never probably have gone that much up.
Great grandfather.
So I go up. Great. And no more census. Now I'm looking at livestock. And he listed under there.
He's listed under livestock. Not even listed as a human.
And what his value is.
And his value.
And then all other people, all of them have the same last name.
Of course.
So I told my mom I would have to get somebody professional to go beyond that.
Our slave owner.
Because I don't know from there who his mom was. Mm-hmm. It could be any of those slaves that's last name is the same name. Mm-hmm.
Yep, all the slaves were named.
And then the person who he had his child with, she had the same last name. See? I don't know if that's the slave. It's probably the slave name because there was some white people listed in there with the same name. So there's no way. But Ma, did you know that your grandpa Luke, his real name was William?
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah. His name was William Luke.
Well, I said all that to say.
But they knew him by Luke.
Is that if anybody does not, if there's people that do not exercise their right to vote, you almost feel shame for them.
All of those people.
Do you know what we had to go through as women and blacks?
I think you should vote. You may not
just vote.
You can go in there.
Mickey Mouse in.
You can go in there and say for that position.
Yes.
But there's a lot of other positions on
your judges, your local people. That's so important.
I agree. But people just feel like, why go? I don't like that.
Okay.
But you're right. When you start looking and seeing what people had to fight and go through just to survive and live.
Mm-hmm. To even be called 100% human.
Well, he was listed under livestock. Next to the cows and the pigs.
We were property.
His name was right in there, and then it had how much the pig was worth and the cow.
Right.
And it had how much he was worth.
And when your slave ran away, like a pig ran away, how much do I get for that slave that just ran away?
And that's a lesson to any white people who keep saying, that's such a long time ago. How does that affect you? Well, how would you like to look up your great-great-granddad and he listed as stock?
Oh, God.
That's what I'm like. Quit saying it's such a long time ago.
Get over it. You had a black president.
My goodness. Okay. And he was half white. I know. God. He could, one side of his tree, he could go up, well, both sides, because his father was African.
Exactly.
See? Obama, it worked out for him.
Yeah, because he had Africa on one side.
But I also told you about the DNA thing I took. Mm-hmm. That shows you how much African and where it is and all this.
Percentage-wise.
There's another one that's an African DNA that tells you what tribe. Mm. So I think I'm going to take that one.
What part of Africa?
Now, there's some people, and I understand, that won't take these because they're not giving nobody.
They don't want nobody to hold on to their DNA and catch up with them.
They clone Tyrone. Yeah, they use all of our. They're right. They could use it. Look. By that time, I'm out of here. If you want to clone me, Lord, go ahead.
Let me know, Lord. If somebody want to just come at me for a crime that I didn't do because they got my DNA, God.
Hopefully you can build my credit.
I know. Thank you.
All right. Wendy says, are you having bad weather in Chicago? It's raining.
It's been raining all day.
Wendy M. Hey, Wendy M. She says, I don't ever get a notification about y'all live shows until it's already 27 minutes in. Yeah, they, what's that word I said?
They don't do it no more?
They, whatever that word is, our channel, when if y'all go back in the history, we was getting like 50,000 people views when I was yelling and talking about Monique. When I was yelling, talking about her and her head being big.
Yeah, the views went up then.
Because they push that kind of stuff.
Oh.
But if I'm talking about something that's good for people to listen to, or we talk about God and stuff like that, they not having all of that. So they like, y'all can, and they yellow mark. Because remember we talked about yellow market. Every video is yellow mark. I can get up here and talk about Mickey Mouse for 30 minutes.
Really?
And when we exit off, it has a yellow mark.
What the
Which
yellow
means
mark
it's
mean?
not being pushed, and it means that we only get paid for people who have Prime. The Prime, not Prime, whatever the membership is.
Okay, a certain membership.
Not just you. You see how y'all get the commercials and you skip or whatever? We don't get paid for nothing like that.
Okay. Wow.
That's yellow marked.
Wow.
And they do that to some channels.
Mhm.
So we involved in some type of thing. Somebody somewhere must have listened to a show and hit the button to yellow mark our channel. But that don't. What does that matter?
Mhm.
When God say something is for you, it's for
You can
you.
yellow mark all you want.
And we don't do this for money. So you can yellow. You hear that? You
That's
too.
true. That's true.
Whoever listening in on this, if God tell you to unclick that button to yellow mark, you won't unclick it, or you won't be able to sleep at night.
Thank you.
Everything you done to me, then already been done to you. So somebody unclicking your channel.
Yeah, it's coming back to you.
Right. So I don't worry about nothing. What God has for you is for you, period. And we have no face channels. Now click that, you big dummy. You don't even know who we are.
Right.
And it can have a white voice. Hello, everybody. Oh. You don't even know who it is.
Hello, my name is.
Wendy says, okay, but Emerald says, I agree. Trump is the more dangerous of the two. I was going back and forth, but now, Emerald, I think I'm sticking with DeSantis.
And he's crazy. He doesn't have 50% of people following him that will go to front of your house with the chainsaw to come take your life.
Patricia says, hi, people. Hey, Patricia, we haven't seen you in a while either. All right, y'all. So that's him.
Okay.
Clarence Avant.